Shavua Tov, a Gute Woch. My name is Rafael Rabinovich, and B'ezrat Hashem, I'm going to tell story number 155 of the Shivchei Baal Shem Tov, the oldest source of Baal Shem Tov stories ever published. The title of the story is Shochet Mikat Shabtai Tzvi, the Shochet of the cult or the sect of Shabtai Tzvi. A Shochet is a Jewish ritual slaughterer, the man in charge of slaughtering the animals in order for their meat to be kosher. And the cult referred to in this short story is actually a follower of Shabtai Tzvi, the cult of Yaakov Frank. We'll talk about him after the story. Says the author of the Shivchei Baal Shem Tov, Shamati, I heard from the Rav of our Kehillah, the Rav of the community of Linz, Rabbi Gedali of Linz, this is the source of the story, that the Baal Shem Tov sent a message to the Rav of the community of Botchatz to inform him that there was a Shochet in his community who belonged to the cult of Shabtai Tzvi, and he was purposely feeding treifos, treif, non-kosher meat that had been not properly slaughtered. So he was feeding this to the community. What happened is that they had shown to him about the knife not being properly sharpened, had some defects, and the man would actually hit it with a hammer, would damage it to cause more defects rather than fixing it. When they researched the matter, they found out that indeed that was the case. Short story, but something the Baal Shem Tov was able to see from quite a distance, from Mezhibush all the way to Botchatz, and informed the Rav of this, and they found out that Baal Shem Tov had seen the truth. Now, I said I was going to explain. Shabtai Tzvi was a false messiah, a man who pretended to be Mashiach, like 30-something years before the Baal Shem Tov was even born, and a follower of his sect, after he was gone from this world, went into the region where the Baal Shem Tov lived. His name was Yaakov Frank, who claimed himself to be Mashiach, and created a cult that was based on some Jewish ideas, but completely away from Judaism. He was very convincing. He brought many people in. Later, he pronounced that his daughter was the woman Mashiach, also that she was the Shechina, the divine presence of the earth, the Matronita, the empress, as is mentioned in books of Kabbalah. He created all these crazy ideas and got quite a few thousands of Jews to follow him and to cease to observe Judaism at all. They were basically going to heresy and apostasy from Judaism. I even mentioned in a story a couple of years ago that one day he brought them into a church and had 3,000 Jews baptized, although the church doubted in the honesty of the conversion of these Jews, knowing that they were just following Yaakov Frank, not actually accepting Christianity. But that's how far off from Judaism this man was. So the Baal Shem Tov did as much as he could damage control from what this cult was doing, and in this case was able to see that they had infiltrated a man to work as Shochet and prevented his treif, his non-kosher meat, from continuing to be filtered into the community as kosher. I am translating all the stories of the Shivchei Baal Shem Tov one by one, and telling them here in the channel in English and in Spanish every Motzei Shabbos, every time Saturday evening when Shabbos is over. Please give me a like, subscribe, come back next week, tell your friends, tell Baal Shem Tov stories, and if you want to support the channel or my efforts to translate the stories, I am working on translating the stories from Hebrew to be published in Spanish for the first time in book form, B'ezrat Hashem, God willing, this year, and I appreciate all contributions for my efforts toward this end. See links below. Shavua Tov, a Gute Woch.